Good day, my people. Welcome back to my channel. Breaking news. Drama in Senate as new Efcc chairman uses Senate president as example of fraud case under investigation. Can you imagine this? All these lawmakers, they are all looters. They are all looters. Whenever they have this opportunity to become a leader or to lead an organization or to lead an institute or wherever it may be, they're always looking for one means or the other to loot. Can you imagine that? The investigation must start with them, with these looters. Must start with them. If independent President Tinubu, this is our president, really want to reform the country, Nigeria, these looters must be put to justice, must all be arrested, must all be jailed. If Tinubu wants this country to move forward, it's only God that will save this country from the hands of these looters, of these traitors. It's only God that can save us. How on earth people with fraud cases rules this country? How? How can they rule this country with them? And they know that these people are looters. Some of them, they don't even tender a real result. All the result they tender as because they want to become the president, they want to become the senator or the governor. They tender on the submit fake results, and still they allow them to rule this country. Can you imagine that? Akpabio is number one man to be investigated. Yes, he is, because he is a looter, number one looter among politicians. Yes. So viewers, listeners, let's go into the content of the news and know what this news is all about. And the reason why he was made the example of fraud case under investigation, and if he's going to be jailed. Let's see the decision of the EFCC chairman. This is breaking news. There was a mild drama in the Senate on Wednesday during the screening of Mr. Ola Olukoyede as the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC). Olukoyede had cited the name of the Senate president as an example in his presentation on investigating a graft case. However, he suddenly stopped when he noticed the mood of lawmakers in the chamber. If we are investigating the Senate president, for example, Olukoyede said, prompting lawmakers to burst into laughter. But the laughter became louder when Senate Godswill Akpabio told the EFCC nominee not to use his name as an example in the investigation of a corruption case. Akpabio said, "I'm very glad that the nominee wants to use the Senate president as an example, but Mr. Nominee leaves the Senate president for now. Look at this direction," pointing at the seat of opposition lawmakers. Mr. Olukoyede, after the loud laughter, continued his speech without mentioning anyone's name, saying that if you are fighting corruption, then you become the enemy of everybody. Recall that Akpabio has a 108.1 billion alleged theft of funds case before the anti-graft agency. The FCC started investigation on the former Akwa Ibom governor after a petition by an Abuja-based lawyer and activist, Leo Akpayong. The commission had detained Akpabio over alleged fraud, but he has consistently maintained innocence. Meanwhile, the status of the case is currently unknown. This is very good. If this can be done, if Akpabio Akpabio fraud case can be investigated, I'm very much sure that they will come to the root of the matter, that he is a fraud, he's a looter, he's a traitor, and he will be arrested alongside the rest of them. This is how God will keep exposing all of them one after the other. Yes, exposing them one after the other because they are causing pains for the Nigerians. They're making Nigerians to suffer. Can you imagine? This is our money, for crying out loud. Some of them using this money for our own betterment, for our own comfortability. They use this money to settle themselves, to make themselves so comfortable. Them and their family, their children are sent abroad for proper education. Why these masses here are suffering? Some of them are not in school. Some of them are not. They have not even eaten a square meal a day. They don't eat like 3 times a day. Sometimes they eat once in 2 days, 3 days. Is it fair? And we say we have money in our account, and we say we have prominent governors, prominent senators, presidents. Meanwhile, we don't have. What are the reasons why we were voting them in? We voted them in to make our life so peaceful, to make our life so joyous, not to make our life miserable. See Akpabio now. I'm very much sure that very soon EFCC will definitely investigate, and his hidden secret will be exposed like others, and he will be jailed. So viewers, what is your take on this? Your comment concerning this news very much appreciated. Don't hesitate to drop them below the comment box. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons. Each time we